Hi, hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. Today we are going to be doing technically my July updates slash highlights video, but we're nearly in August, so sorry that it took me so long to do the updates this month. I don't know what the heck. I've been in, I don't know, just a bit of a filming slump over the past couple of weeks, and I don't know, I just didn't get around to it, even though I've had so many updates to share. It is summertime, the plants are growing, the plants are blooming, which you would know if you watched my Hoya collection video, which I posted a couple videos ago. I've had tons of Hoya blooms this year, which has been just lovely. So we're gonna walk around together today, and I'm gonna fill you in on everything that's been going on. Need a coffee for this one because a lot of updates. I don't even know where to start. Okay, I think that we'll first start in the living room. I feel like I need to figure out a better way to arrange this space, this like area under the TV. I don't really know what's going on in here. We ended up moving, there used to be a matching wood shelf on this side as well, and we ended up moving that out just because, well, for a couple of reasons. My boyfriend wanted to use it for something in the office, and I was like, you know, that's great, because I'd been talking about moving that as well, just to allow for more space for the Thai constellation. So now the Thai constellation is taking up this whole area, but this just doesn't, it just doesn't look right. Like, I don't know. I low-key want to move the Milsbo cabinet, but then I'm like, there's going to be all this space under the TV. Like, I don't know. I really just, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this area. So if you have any planty design, planty interior design ideas for this area, please comment below, because I need all of the ideas that I can get. Like, I really am just drawing a blank. Like, I don't know, even this Thai constellation doesn't look right here. Like, there's just this empty space above it, and like, I don't know. I'm just, I need to figure that out. Anyways, the Thai constellation is actually the first plant that I have an exciting update on. As you can see here, we have a brand new leaf. How stunning is that? It's literally perfect, of course. Oh my goodness, this plant can do no wrong. Now, we've had our days if you've been around here for a while, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's so crazy to me how this was the most difficult plant for me and was constantly croaking, and now it is probably like top 5 easiest plants in my collection. Like, it just chills here. I can underwater, I can do whatever, and it does not even care. So yeah, it's just so crazy, like, now that it's more mature, that it's just so tough, but it is. So we have this new leaf here, which I didn't even know if I was gonna get a new leaf until I repotted this, because it really needs to be repotted, and I meant to get around to it in June, and we're now going into August. Oh my goodness, I forgot to, for the intro in this video, I was going to say just like how much of a whirlwind July felt like. Like, nothing crazy was going on, but it just went by so fast. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I feel like, I don't know, I had plans to get a lot of stuff done in July, and granted, I did do my 5 days of plant chores at the beginning of the month, but then the whole rest of the month, I feel like I just barely did anything. So the month just literally slipped away from me. Don't know where the time went, but yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that I need to catch up on, and repotting this plant is one of them. So I honestly didn't think I was going to get a new leaf until after I did that, because I do think that it just really needs a repot. But it has blessed me with this stunning leaf right here, and this leaf is particularly exciting because we actually have our first perforation or inner fenestration. I think that they're called perforations, which makes sense because they're like holes. But look how cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the first one. Just a beautiful leaf. It's obviously still like soft and expanding, so we'll see how big it gets, but the fenestrations are looking just gorgeous on this one. So I was really excited to see that. Oh my goodness, almost fell over. Yeah, just a beautiful plant. Okay, next is the Milsbo cabinet, which is looking a little crazy and cluttered again, but for the most part, things are actually doing pretty well in there. So I think I'm just gonna sit down and pull some things out to show you. Oh, I've also moved my Hoya Polyneura over here. I don't know why it's been getting some yellow leaves. maybe spider mites. I treated it, sprayed it down anyways, so I don't know, that's kind of weird, but I am still getting new growth, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, I moved it over here because it just kept getting knocked in the last spot that it was in, but I do think I need to find like a better, more permanent space for this, because obviously when I open the doors to the cabinet, it's kind of in the way of that, even though it does look nice, like draping down the cabinet. Okay, so my Syngonium chiapense variegated gave me this stunning leaf, which I think this was coming out or like hardening off in the last updates video that I did. So there it is, like fully emerged and hardened and everything. It looks absolutely stunning. But then it's gone ahead and given me this, another completely white leaf, which like what the heck? This is on a trajectory of just alternating between a nice variegated leaf and an all white leaf, because before this one, it gave me an all white leaf, and then it gave me this one, and then it's giving me an all white leaf again. So we'll see if the next leaf is another nicely variegated one. It's kind of annoying because these obviously don't last. This is just going to end up browning off because it doesn't have any chlorophyll. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just happy that this plant is growing, but yeah, I'm getting white leaves on her. And then I actually have a plant living in the top of her moss pole, and that is my baby Alocasia watsoniana. Let me set this thing down for a second here. Now this is actually very, very exciting because I got this as a corm from Natasha like a year ago, and the corm didn't do anything for me for like over half a year, like a long time. So I was like, oh, maybe this thing is just never gonna grow for me. But my fingers were always crossed because Alocasia watsoniana is a wish list alocasia for me, so I was always just hoping it would. I used to have saran wrap over top of here, I think, but I ended up moving it. It popped a leaf, and I ended up moving it to the cabinet, and this is actually the second leaf that is given me, and it's significantly bigger. It's obviously still tiny, but it's the first one it gave me, it was just very, very small. So now I have this leaf, and it's absolutely stunning. Also, I think that there's some springtails running around on this plant because there's often springtails in moss, and since it lives in the moss pole, so if you see anything on it, that is probably what they are. They almost look like little tiny minuscule thrips, so sometimes it can be startling to find springtails. So if you ever see something that looks like that, like they're smaller than thrips, but they are like a longer body. Anyways, yeah, Alocasia watsoniana, literally the cutest thing ever. This is like a beautiful, like satiny, shimmery leaf. It is so, so pretty. So I am just absolutely thrilled that this is growing for me. I do need to repot this, and I'm very scared. I'm very scared, you guys, because this plant is like, it's flopping around in here. Like, look at that. Like, there's roots going down, but it is unstable. It's flopping around. So I need to repot this, but I'm so scared to disturb it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, really, really excited about that. Okay, let's do, I haven't really updated on my cartel done Anthurium. If y'all remember, I got a package from them like months ago now. It was like very early spring, I think, or like end of winter. They sent me a package, and I have the unboxing on my channel, but unfortunately they sent it to the wrong address, and I didn't know that it had been sent there and delivered, and nobody was living at that home at the time. So the package basically sat out for an entire day, like until nighttime, when I finally realized that, oh, I should go check there. Maybe that's where it got sent. So the plants were sitting out, and it was like end of winter, early spring, so it was not warm. So the plants just they had a tough time settling in. Like the first time I got plants from Cartel Done, they did great. Like they just took off like after they arrived. But this time, oh yeah, and no. Yeah, no. That was my other package. Okay, I thought it was in transit for a really long time, but I think that was a different package. I don't know. In the unboxing, I say the details of their journey, but I honestly thought that I was gonna lose some of these Anthurium, but they're actually all actively growing, which is kind of crazy. I'm quite relieved, to be quite honest, because like I was fully prepared to lose some of these. I don't have their ID labels on them attached to them. I need to print out and make their labels still, but I'll put their names on the screen. Anyways, this is the first one. This one is actually doing really well. That's obviously the newest leaf there. Very like thick and healthy feeling. Tons of roots in here. I need to repot this soon, probably. Maybe I should do like an Anthurium care day video or something, because I feel like I have a lot of Anthurium stuff to do. Okay, and then I have a couple, I thought these were the ones that I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to save them, but I ended up popping them into moss with saran wrap over top and keeping them under the light in my cabinet here, and they ended up growing and putting out roots, so that's really cool. There's like nothing to show in here. Like they were literally, I had cut them down to literally just stumps, so like there's a tiny leaf right there. You can't even probably see much, but I mean, we'll see what happens. We're not 100% in the clear yet, but it's looking more promising than it was before. And then this one, again, not really much to see. There's a nice healthy root on this one. And there's a growth point that's like, oh, there we go. You should be able to see like the green. Wait, green. Anyways, it's starting to push out growth and it has a root, so thank goodness. And then, oh my gosh, I'm knocking things down in here. Story of my life. Oh man! I just noticed my Alocasia reticulata, or Alocasia zebrina reticulata, is putting out a new leaf. Woohoo! Okay, this is the next cartel done Anthurium. I really like this one with the like minimal veining. So that's obviously like a new leaf that it's given to me over the past couple of months. And then this is the last one, and this one is so stunning. I know that the leaf looks all janky. I think that it might be because this one sits above the fan in the cabinet, which I didn't really think about, so I'm gonna have to move this. But oh my gosh, this leaf came in so red and beautiful, and now it's this like beautiful dark green with the veining. It is so, so stunning. I really, really like this one. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, another fun update is my micans, my variegated micans. This is the newest leaf. I did just water in this cabinet this morning. Some of the plants were kind of thirsty, so that's why this is like, some of the leaves are curled, because I like just watered it, so it's just kind of perking back up. But this is the newest leaf of my variegated micans, and I am obsessed with this plant. Like, this is one of my favorites right now, and I was so relieved to see that there was some variegation on this leaf, because this was the last one that I got, which is not variegated, like it's just all green. And this is the second time I've had variegated micans. The first time it completely reverted. I like chopped it up, everything. I could not get variegation back. So I was just, you know, scared that that was happening again to this one, but then I got this leaf with the variegation, stunning. Yeah, sorry, I wish this wasn't so thirsty right now to show you better, but it is just such a beautiful plant. I've been loving it so, so much, like loving it more than I thought I was going to. I've just been, yeah, really, really makes me happy. So there's a little update on that one. And then, like I just said, there's a new leaf. Oh my gosh, this cabinet needs to be reorganized again. It's just constantly getting chaotic in here. But my Zebrina reticulata has this new leaf coming in, which definitely looks like it's going to be the biggest one so far, so that's cool. Honestly, probably have to repot this one soon. It's a pretty small pot for a plant that's getting like kind of big. Anyways, I think that that's like the major updates in the cabinet. Yeah, not really much else is new in here. A lot of growth coming in on my Hoya Kalimantan here. Lots of new leaves are on their way. I'm not really gonna do a lot of Hoya updates. I mean, if like anything crazy is happening, but I just uploaded my whole Hoya tour, so, or my Hoya collection, so I've like shown all of my Hoya very recently. Okay, another plant that I want to update you on is this gallery here. Oh my goodness, I I'm obsessed with this plant right now. This is my variegated Philodendron domesticum. This thing has been growing like crazy. Like, she is turbocharged. The leaves are getting so much bigger. They're getting a more mature shape to them. Variegation is stunning. It's just been doing amazingly. So, little recap. This is my Philodendron that was giving me these like conjoined kind of leaves. So these are two completely separate leaves, but they're attached, sharing one petiole, if you can see that. So they both come from this one petiole, and then it's two leaves on the end. So it was doing that, which was obviously just like really weird and really cool. And I was kind of updating y'all as that kept happening. So it gave me a few leaves that were like that. And then it branched to giving me, where is it now? So these, oh my gosh, it's hard to like explain and show because there's just so much going on here now. But this leaf and this leaf came out at the same time, but they like from the same growth point, but they had separate petioles. So we're gradually like separating here because now I have, it's like split into just two vines. So there's two like completely separate vines growing on here now that came off from one. So it's like a bifurcation, I guess. And now I'm getting two leaves. Like every time I get a new leaf, there's two of them because it's like both these vines are growing at the same rate pretty much. So it's been really cool to get like she's working double time. I get two every single time there's a new leaf, which is so crazy. And the funny thing is that one of the vines is like not really variegated, but then the other one is super variegated. So the last leaves that I got were this one, which like literally stunning. Like, are you joking me? That variegation is insane. And then this was the other leaf that came in at the same time. It's like green. And then the same thing happened before that. This was on the variegated vine. That, like, I'm obsessed with this leaf right now. Look at this, it's so pretty. So this came in on the variegated vine, and then this one came at the same time on the other vine. So it's just like, I don't know, it's funny. At least one of them is variegated. But yeah, just like such a weird, interesting plant, how that whole like double leaf thing happened and now it's like split off, and yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, that's kind of my update on this weird philodendron, and I've just completely fallen in love with it. Like the leaf shape, how quickly it grows, how tough it is, the variegation, everything about it is just, yeah, I'm so happy with this plant and so glad that I have it. Like it truly just has not disappointed. Yeah, I'm obsessed. That's all I have to say. But yeah, I was really excited to show y'all how she's doing because the leaves are just like, suddenly they just started getting so big. I was like, holy smokes, like what is going on over here? It's so crazy. Okay, I don't really have a lot of updates for like the rest of this area. My Hoyas are still just doing their thing, blooming like crazy. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about a lot of them, but there is one Hoya that I am going to talk about because the moment we have all been waiting for has arrived, y'all. My beautiful Hoya Crimson Queen right here has opened up her flowers. She's bloomed, y'all. She's bloomed for the first time ever. How stunning is that? I'm in awe of these flowers. I was waking up every morning. First thing I did was check to see if these flowers were opening yet. And then once they started opening, it took 2 full days for them to completely open. But now they've been completely open for a few days. They smell like Tootsie Rolls, like a kind of like chocolatey scent. They smell so delicious. And yeah, it's just completely just brightened my days seeing this. So beautiful. Yeah, my beautiful Crimson Queen. It took me 5 years of growing her to get her to bloom. But it was worth the wait, honestly. Like, it's so beautiful just seeing that flower cluster there on her. It's so stunning. So yeah, I've been really excited to share that with y'all. I wasn't sure if they were actually going to come to fruition because I've had a couple of peduncles that just kind of, you know, dried up. But yeah, we have flowers. And I'm hoping that now this is just like unlocked flowering for her. Because sometimes Hoyas are like that. Like, when they flower for the first time, then they just like keep flowering consistently after that. So we'll see. But yeah, I guess she enjoyed her repot. I did a whole video on me repotting her. And I mentioned in that video that I was hoping it would make her happy enough to bloom for me. And it literally worked because a couple months later and we have blooms. So yeah, that is just so lovely. What else? Oh yeah, we also have blooms coming in on my David Camingii, but they are not open yet. So they look close, but I'm still just waiting on those ones. So I guess let's move over here to my calyx shelf. Actually, I'm gonna have to move back behind in a second because I'm gonna show you my Anthurium luxurians crystal meg has a new leaf coming in. So this was the last leaf that I got. And then the new one coming in is this one right here. So I'll show you the front of it. Okay, there it is. How beautiful is that? Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with this Anthurium. It's definitely in my top 3. If I had to choose my top 3, I don't even know. Definitely the Philodendron, and then this one, and then what else? I don't even know. But yeah, definitely this one. I love it so much. Yeah, so this has been expanding for, I don't know, kind of a while now, like maybe the last 10 days. It does take a long time for them to fully harden off, but it is really fun to just like watch the process of it and watch them get bigger and bigger every day. So yeah, it's just looking so stunning. Not sure if it's gonna be as big or bigger than the last leaf or what, but yeah, it's still like really soft right now, I think. Oh yeah, it's still got expanding and hardening off to do, so we'll see, but so far it's looking amazing. My plants on the calyx shelf are all doing pretty good. Like, I don't think there's any major updates. My boyfriend was vacuuming and took a chunk off of my Begonia polensis, which was annoying, but stuff like that just happens sometimes. But we do have tons of new leaves coming in on her. Oh, she's thirsty. Anyways, looking beautiful nonetheless. Oh, I just love this begonia. It's so insane. So insane looking. Jasenia has been doing okay here. I recently moved her to this spot on the calyx. She's getting a lot less light than she was before, but she is still doing okay with that. Pothos do okay in lower light, but I obviously want these leaves to get pretty big. That's why she's on a pole. So I'll see how she does. I'll need to like wait until a couple more leaves come out to really like assess how she's doing. But this is the last one and it looks pretty good. Okay, just a quick little update on my Philodendron gigas here. I took this out of the Millsbow Ikea cabinet recently, and I really wasn't sure how it was going to adjust to lower humidity because it had lived in there for quite a while, but it's actually been doing really well. It hardened off this new leaf, and then I thought it was going to take so long to push out another one, but as you can see, we already have another stunning new leaf right there. So I'm so happy about that. I'm really just excited to have the gigas back on the go because I ended up cutting up this plant. Why did I even do that? I don't even remember. It happened in the fall. Why did I do that? Was it sick or something? I don't even remember, but I had to cut it up for some reason. And it's coming back. Yeah. One of my favorite velvety philodendron, probably my top favorite velvety, like if you want like a dark velvety philodendron, this one is just like, does not compare to anything else. It's so pretty. A little while ago, I did a video, I think it was a moss pole extension video, and we extended, or like a moss pole maintenance video, we extended my Philodendron verrucosum, so it's like this super tall wire pole now, and it's actually been doing amazing, y'all. I've been getting new leaves like crazy. This is the newest one on like the main stem. It's still kind of hardening off, but like, are you joking me? Like, it's so pretty. And you know what the craziest thing is about this plant in my home is that I have spider mites on like a large percentage of the plants in my collection right now. Like I've been battling spider mites, including this one right beside him. And for some reason, I just have not had spider mites on this plant, or I haven't had an issue with spider mites with this plant. And it's so crazy because that's like a big, like Philodendron verrucosum is known for always having spider mites. And a lot of people don't even like to grow them because they're just so prone to spider mites. So I don't know what it is about this particular one that I have, but it just, like, it's fine. It is like a non-issue, which is so nice. So yeah, this is another new leaf that, oh, don't want this to start swaying on us. Yeah, this is another new leaf on the, a different vine. I have 3 vines in here. Yeah, so cute. Look at the fuzziness. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. So yeah, that one's doing amazing. I also have a new leaf down here on my, what even is this? Fort Sherman something. This is my velvet mask Fort Sherman. hybrid. And it's so crazy because I've never really been a fan of this Anthurium. In fact, I was kind of considering getting rid of it because it's always given me these like weird looking, like it's all like warped, and like I just don't like, I haven't really liked the way that any of the leaves have come in. This one was a little bit better, but like, I don't know, I just hadn't really liked any of them until I got this new leaf. Like, this looks beautiful. I'm a big fan of this leaf, and it's so weird because this is the leaf it gave me after I took it out of the cabinet. So I'm like, okay, like, did you not like the cabinet or something? Like, what is going on? I don't know, but I'm happy about it. Yeah, it's been doing fine, so good for him. Okay, I also have an exciting update for my Alocasia Jacqueline, or Tanderusa, which is one of my like top favorite Alocasias, top 3 for sure. I'm obsessed with this plant. However, she has been struggling badly with spider mites and nothing was really working. So I've decided to treat her with diatomaceous earth, and it seems to be, oh, I can literally see a spider mite right now. Why? What the heck? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I decided to try the diatomaceous earth. We'll see how this ends up panning out. I've only put this on her a few days ago, but I treated her, or I am treating her with, attempting to treat her, I guess, with diatomaceous earth. I don't know why I always like forget about diatomaceous earth, but I remembered it, and then I was like, why don't I give this a try for the spider mites? I don't think I've ever tried to treat spider mites with diatomaceous earth before, but I'm giving it a go right now. Anyways, that's my long way of telling you that is why she looks so crazy, why she has, you know, this white all over her. That's diatomaceous earth. So anyways, the exciting update is this right here, which, y'all, I could have screamed when I saw this new leaf coming in. Like, I actually could have perished, because the last new leaf that I got on this plant was in January. Or actually, you know what? I think it was even in December. So I have not had a new leaf on this plant all year, which is so sad. I've just been waiting for one. It is the most magical thing when Alocasia Jacqueline puts out a new leaf. Like, there's just something about it. It's so like, yeah, they're so big and shiny when they come out, but they also have that texture. They're just incredible. So yeah, I am very, very happy that she is growing again, since it's been so long. And like, low key, I was hoping I wasn't gonna lose this plant entirely. So yeah, hopefully we can get past this spider mite thing that we're having right now. I mean, for like all of my plants, because it really just is an annoying thing that is happening. Also, my little Jose Bono down here with its stunning new leaf. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know why the like white part on some of these leaves, or the minty part, likes to curl in. I thought it was a watering issue. Maybe it is, but yeah, some of the leaves have done this weird curling thing. I'm trying to keep more on top of the watering for him, but yeah, stunning, stunning, stunning. Oh, also we have a double ping bloom right here. Let me grab this to show you. I don't even know. I think this is this Agnata? I'm not sure. But this cute pinguicula, this is the first time I've had more than one flower on a ping. So we have double flowers, which is so adorable. And even, I thought this was so crazy, even the flowers are catching gnats. Look at that. Even the flowers. Oh my gosh, like that is so crazy. I did not know that the flowers were also like covered in the sticky stuff and could catch gnats. But yeah, she's eating good. Okay, over here we have, well, another plant that's covered in diatomaceous earth, and this is because I was trying it to prevent the scale. I was still finding not a lot of scale, but just like the odd scale on this plant. I ended up removing pretty much all the lower leaves. So this is the Cebu blue, by the way, but it looks kind of crazy because it's just an empty vine at the bottom. I don't really care, honestly. I'm just glad that this plant seems to be doing okay, because it was doing nothing for months. So this plant, we did a chop and extend, and I actually transferred the whole plant onto different poles. So it was just like a traumatic thing that this plant went through, and then it got scale. So it didn't grow for months. And again, I was like low-key wondering if I was gonna lose it. But then it put out this leaf, which I was so shocked by, because this is the biggest leaf that this plant has ever put out. And that was like the new one after going through all of that. I thought if anything, this plant would give me like small growth to start and then like build up again, but no. it just gave me this massive leaf, which is so pretty. I wish it wasn't covered right now so that you could fully see it. But, and then it just kept growing and it gave me this leaf. So this is a new one. It's pretty much, well, it's almost hardened off, but it's still pretty soft. So pretty. Again, massive, like it looks gorgeous. So yeah, this plant is doing okay. He's on his comeback and I'm super, super just relieved and excited about that. I just want to like make sure that I'm not going to continue to have issues with the scale. So yeah, I'm just doing, I don't know, a couple of rounds of the diatomaceous earth. And on my Hoya, again, they're doing fine. No crazy updates. Same with my rat tail cactus. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. So my Hoya compacta is actually hanging in the window now. And I feel like I haven't shown that on my main channel yet. I did this in a Patreon video. It's so backlit, it's hard to show. But I went and got this basket just from like Canadian Tire. It's just like a woven basket. And then I attached twine to it to make it a hanging basket. So now she has this like stunning little situation here and she looks so good hanging in the window. I wish it wasn't so backlit. I'm so sorry, it's hard to show. But yeah, she's honestly living her best life back there, like putting out so much new growth. There's a new vine coming in. And yeah, she just is doing amazing. So, oh yeah, new growth here too. Look at her go. So fun. My fernleaf cactus is out of control. Like she is just massive and taking over the dining room. You know what I was just thinking about? I'm like, why am I having such a crazy spider mite issue in this house this summer? Because I had like no spider mites last summer. I haven't really had them in like a year until now. I'm having this big spider mite issue. But I realized that last summer I was using beneficial mites. I was using spider mite and thrip ones on pretty much my whole collection. So that's probably why I never had spider mites, like duh. I don't know why I'm like, last summer I didn't have this problem. Obviously girl, because you're using the freaking beneficials. Anyways, here we are over at this stunning plant shelf. This is actually like one of the sections of my plants that is not pest ridden and is just doing really well. So we have my Philodendron glorious over here, who I can't even back up enough to show her. The light's in the way. She's getting massive, like for real, big, massive. No, but she really is. Yeah, I'm in love with her lately. Beautiful, so fast growing, so easy going, needs to be extended again or something. Like, oh my gosh, look at the size of her stem, like the vine. It's so big, and we're getting this new leaf right here. I don't even know where I'm gonna move this plant. Like, what am I gonna do? She's almost outgrown this space and she's so big. What am I gonna do? I don't even know. She doesn't even look that giant, like sitting in this space, but when I take her down, I'm like, holy smokes. Yeah, she's really big. But yeah, I've been having such an easy time with her over the past little while and she's just been taking off. So that's really cool. But yeah, not sure where I'm gonna put her. And then we have my Philodendron Red Anderson, which has also been really impressing me. I have been loving this philodendron. Now I feel like this didn't really, I mean, I've only had it for a year, but it just didn't really do anything too crazy up until this spring, summer, and it really started growing for me. And now it's getting like larger leaves. Look at the size. This one isn't really variegated much, but it's so big. This is still hardening off and we have a new one on the way. But the variegation on some of the leaves is like so pretty. I just love the combination of this like super dark green. It's like almost black. And then there's like pink, there's mintiness, like there's so many different colors in here and it's so beautiful. Yeah, just gorgeous. If you see any spots on like residue on these plants, it's because I've been spraying all my plants down recently with different treatments. So that's what that is, especially these ones. I'm like trying to keep them, you know, in their healthy condition. But yeah, I've been loving the Red Anderson so much. And it was one like, I don't know, I really wasn't sure what I was gonna think of it, but no, I'm really happy with it. And then down here, we actually have some progress happening on my Philodendron Majestic. Now this, I had a really big Majestic like last year, a year ago, and then I ended up cutting it up and I'm just growing it back from cuttings, and these took so long to get established, these cuttings, like just a crazy amount of time. I didn't foresee that coming. I thought I would be able to grow this plant back quickly, but for whatever reason, it's just been growing back very, very slowly. But it's finally been doing something. I've been getting some new leaves. This one right here is a new leaf. I have 3 vines in here, and I think they are all actively growing now, which is nice. This leaf came out really chlorotic. I'm not sure why, but that was weird. But we have like a nice established vine in here, and I think I'm gonna get maybe a chunky leaf next because this growth point just looks really nice and plump. So yeah, really glad that that is like finally doing something growth wise. Here we have my Anthurium Baker Eye babies that I'm going to be sending off for the giveaway winners. I have been like trying to take care of these so well. I've been keeping them sprayed down, like making sure there's no pests or anything, because obviously I would feel awful if I sent a plant with a pest to somebody. So yeah, these are all just like hanging out here on the healthy shelf. And then down here, well, first of all, we have my Anthurium King of Spades, which kind of just looks the same as it did before. Nothing happening yet. These are known for being very slow growing, and I took it out of the cabinet a few weeks ago, so yeah, nothing is happening with it. Right here, we actually have some new jungle cactus to my collection. So these were from a plant trade that I did. So I got a Christmas cactus, like a true Christmas cactus, which I've never had before, as well as, oh, that little piece wanted to go. Okay, goodbye. We have an Easter cactus right here. So these are all rooting. So hopefully they will just end up taking root. I don't see anything happening yet, but I usually have good luck rooting jungle cactus, and you know, I've had good luck rooting my Thanksgiving cactus. I'm just using the same kind of method that I have in the past with rooting these guys. This is a baby from my variegated Thanksgiving cactus. I'm obsessed with this one. I was gonna add it back into the big one, but honestly I think I might just grow this one as a second plant because I love it. Anyways, and then back here we have, this is like a red coral ripsalis or something like that. This one has like active growth. I don't know if there will be any roots. Oh, no, that's not a root, I don't think. No, these are like new. Like I just got them like a week or maybe a little bit over a week ago. So they're just kind of settling in and getting established. So hopefully those will do well for me. Back here we have my Epipremnum albo, which I'm gonna need to add in a stake or some kind of support for this soon, but we potted this in one of my videos near the beginning of July into a self-watering pot, and it's been doing really well. Like this thing has just started taking off. It immediately started growing. Not a ton of variegation, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there's just some other little random baby plants on here as well. Variegated Alocasia. This is a Philodendron serpens baby. Oops, it's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, just kind of random plants hanging out here. My monstera aurea, which has just been chilling because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this plant. No idea. I'll probably end up chopping it again and like trying to start over for the 3rd time. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I also have some plants that I just condemned to the outdoors because I didn't have room for them. So I have my other luxurians hybrid Anthurium out there, and then my Philodendron mame, which you can see lost some leaves, but she is okay. She is growing. I've just been lazy and haven't picked up those old leaves. My Cupria Alocasia is out there as well. And I think that's pretty much it for my like tropicals outside. The Esqueleto is doing well. I don't think I really have any crazy updates for that one. I have a new leaf at the top, and then it's also pushing out a new leaf from a second plant that I added in there, but nothing too crazy. However, I will pull down my orange marmalade because I have a nice new leaf that I want to show you guys. Okay, so my Philodendron orange marmalade has just been chilling up on the wall for the past few months, and I honestly have been neglecting it a little bit just because out of reach, out of my range of plant care apparently, because like I obviously care for my plants that are up on the window and up on the wall and stuff, but I get around to them a little less maybe than the ones that are within my reach. So this one had dried out a couple of times, but it's honestly doing really well despite that. So I pulled this down the other day and I noticed that it was putting out this massive new leaf. It's huge. Like, it's so big, you guys. And it has the stunning color that these new leaves get on this plant. They come out with this like orangey, yellowy variegation. This is also called the Philodendron Autumn Queen, I believe, and it totally, that name suits it really well because it totally has like fall colors with the oranges and yellows and everything, and even like the reds, the red petioles. And yeah, it's just such a gorgeous philodendron, and I'm so excited to see it continue to size up for me because these leaves can get really massive. And yeah, I've just been really happy with this one and really impressed with how well it's been tolerating a bit of a neglectful growing season because of me. So I need to focus on providing this plant better care, but I am really happy that she's still been doing well and has given me just such a beautiful big new leaf. I'm like moving this dining table around so that I can have more space. Okay, next let's talk a little bit about my philodendron, what is this, Splendid, who is really growing back for me. Look at this, y'all. This plant was cut down to nothing a year ago, less than a year ago. It was just wet sticks, and I grew it back, and it's finally starting to size up and just look really stunning again. I love Philodendron Splendid so much. This is probably my favorite philodendron hybrid. Well, it's kind of hard for me now to decide whether I prefer this one or the Glorious, because the Glorious, like at first I was like, no, like Splendid is the way to go. And I mean, you can't go wrong with a Splendid, like you truly can't. They're just incredible plants. But now that I've been growing out the Glorious, and she's just like so massive and just such a, just a phenomenal plant, now I'm like, can I still say that I prefer the Splendid? I don't know. I love them both. Like, it's so hard to choose between them. But yeah, I'm just really happy that this one has been doing well again, growing like crazy. And again, just such an easy, wow, there's just stunning new leaves like all the way around the pole. Like everywhere I turn it, there's a beautiful leaf. Look at this one. This one's really fresh. Oh, it's so pretty. I just love this one. Yeah, tolerates being underwatered, just grows so quickly. Yeah, there's just, I have no bad things to say about Philodendron Splendid. Okay, now we are moving on to the greenhouse cabinet. Okay, so the first thing that is super exciting is my Hoya Pubicalix Silver. These are the brand new leaves. They literally came out perfect. Like, yeah, couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better with how these leaves ended up looking. They are so gorgeous. This was the original leaf, and then these are the two new ones. Yeah, so pretty. So I've just been so excited over that. And then, oh, unfortunately the peduncle that was growing on my Hoya serpens blasted, which of course it did. I had a feeling that that wasn't going to come to fruition. I was hoping maybe it would, but oh, there is another one. There is another peduncle. I don't know. There's hope yet for the future, but no blooms on the horizon for that one. Oh, there is a really pretty new leaf on my Doriaki red crystal Anthurium. Look at that. It's so pretty. It was even more like pinky red before, but now it's started to harden off a lot. So it's not as red, but they come out really red and then they go down to this like dark green. This is honestly like, this Anthurium is so gorgeous, and it's really easygoing as well. This one's also from Cartel Done. I got it last year. Yeah, last year from them. And I'm really impressed with this one. So every time it puts out a new leaf, I get so excited. Begonia Milano Ballata is on her comeback game. She was not living, laughing, loving out here on the Vitcho shelf. So I popped her back into the cabinet, and what do you know? She's given me tons of new leaves and she's looking like herself again. So thank goodness for that. Yeah, she definitely appreciates higher humidity. What else do I have to show you? We have a new leaf on one of my favorite Anthurium. Maybe this is my third favorite Anthurium. When I was like talking about what would be in my top 3, I do really like this one. This is a Forgetii Goliath. Is that what it is? Yeah, Goliath Variegated, also from Carteldon, as you can see by the tag. And yeah, I just really love like everything about this. It's hard to see, and I recently had to cut a leaf off because it was looking jank, but we have a new one. Look at, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Little cutie. I don't want to disturb it, but yeah, a new leaf coming in. How exciting. I want to maybe transition this out of the cabinet because it's just going to start outgrowing it soon. I mean, maybe I can get away with one more leaf if it kind of comes out into this center section. It will be able to fit there. But yeah, I love this Anthurium. The like dark leaves and the shape of them and everything just really does it for me. So yeah, I'll be really excited to watch that new one come in. And then I think the last thing I was going to point out in here is just my Alocasia. Oh my gosh, what is this called again? What is this called again? It's totally left my brain, but it's so pretty. It's like this velvety one with the ruffly edges. What are you? Has the stunning like purple undersides. I feel like it starts with like an A or an O or something. I don't know, but yeah, beautiful Alocasia. The scindapsus on this side, my exotica, is doing amazing. It looks beautiful and it's just been thriving on top of the cabinet. However, this Adansonii somehow is infested with mealies, so I'm going to be taking a cutting or two from that one and then getting rid of that plant because I don't want the mealies to go into the cabinet. I don't know how the mealies got from this shelf over to this plant, but this one's been fine. I don't know, but I'm not gonna question it because I don't want to have to start over this exotica that grows much slower than the Adansonii does. Just a girl and her plant pests. That's what this tour is, just me and my pesties. Okay, anyways, let's be serious here. Okay, what else do I have to show y'all? We actually have a new leaf coming in on my variegated dragon scale. I moved this out of the cabinet. It seems to be loving life out here. So yeah, new leaf. It looks amazing. Like if you can look and peek at the variegation, it literally looks phenomenal. So I can't wait for that to fully open up. I just washed all of these plants this morning. Oh, and I've also added a frosted like window cling thing to the shelves on this Vitcho because well, there's a couple of reasons. It's easier to clean because if you have these shelves, you know how annoying it is to clean the glass. It gets like sticky. It's just hard to wipe down and keep clean. So this helps with that, but it also just makes it look so much nicer in my opinion. Like it's just such a cleaner look because it blurs the cords. So the cords are normally, and like the lights are normally really visible, but when you do the frosted layer, it blurs them and it just looks a little cleaner and a little nicer. I actually got the idea from someone in my Discord. They did that to their shelf and I was like, wow, that looks so good. So I ended up doing it to my own shelves. The only one I haven't done is this one, but I think I'm kind of saving that one to maybe do with you guys in a plant chores because I thought I would just, yeah, I don't know, just in case anybody wants to do it themselves, I would just do that one on in a video. So you'll probably see that eventually. Anyways, yeah, all the plants on here are doing okay. The mealy issue is getting better. I've been like more on top of treating them and like spraying everyone down and keeping the plants really clean. That really goes a long way, just keeping the plants clean. So yeah, I've been trying to like keep my plants sprayed down. I've been using my Sacred Elements leaf tonic and just like spraying everyone down with it to keep them nice and clean. And that stuff is so nice to use because it smells really good, which is just like, yeah, it's just really nice, especially after using the Safer's End All or something, which smells bad. The Sacred Elements has just been, it's just a dream to be using recently. So that's been keeping all of my leaves really clean and everything. This is my Jose Bono. He's looking so cute. Look at this newest leaf. He's giving me these like massive leaves already. It's so crazy. I feel like this plant took so long to put out a growth point, but then when it did finally pop out a growth point, it's just like bam. It had a third new leaf, but I don't know, it just was looking weird. It was like a small weird leaf, so I just took it off and now I have the plant is just like these 3 leaves and it's so cute. I love Jose Bono so much. So I'm happy to have 2 of them in my collection, to be honest with you. I have this little slug in here too. So cute. So yeah, I've been loving that. Oh yeah, we need to talk about this. I honestly don't even want to show y'all. I know I already did because I was talking about this shelf, but yeah, so my silver band maranta went so downhill, and yeah, as much as I don't want to show this, like I'm obviously going to show you the updates that are good or bad, and this is just the reality of having plants. Like sometimes they go downhill and stuff happens, and that's just, it is what it is. I'll be able to, you know, grow this plant back and get it looking great again, but it just unfortunately went downhill so fast. And if y'all saw this, and it was in its glory before. I think I featured this in my last favorites video, and it was just looking so good. I don't know what happened. I think it really needs to be repotted, and I kept putting it off. I would just put it off longer and longer, and it was just drying out so much. And then it was drying out so much that it was more prone to pests. So then it got melees and it got spider mites. I can literally see spider mites on it right now, even though I just washed them off like 2 days ago. So yeah, basically I just need to take cuttings of this and restart it. Yeah, I don't know, it just got too dehydrated, and then it was a good target for pests, and then it just got completely decimated. So yeah, it is sad, but you know, it is what it is, and plants often can just like go in cycles. Like sometimes you just have to start them over, and you know, some plants will be in their prime and then some plants won't be in their prime, and that's just kind of what it's like having a big plant collection. So yeah, it sucks, but it's a fast growing plant, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, back to the positive up here. So my Alocasia frydek is my current like golden child. I'm actually obsessed with this plant. Like it is crazy how well it is doing, and just how beautiful the leaves are. Like I could not ask for a better specimen of this. The variegation is just perfection. I'm absolutely in love. This is the newest leaf, I think. Look at that. Like that doesn't even look real. It's like an otherworldly plant. Like it's so pretty. And it grows so fast. Every time it pushes out a new leaf, it immediately has another one coming in. So this one's like almost fully emerged already. I can see it has a ton of white on it already. Like, oh yeah, I cannot wait to see that. This lives in pon in just one of my Amazon self-watering pots. And yeah, it does amazing. It's just like, oh my gosh, yeah, definitely one of my like top favorite plants. Like if I had to get rid of all my plants and could only keep 10, this would be in the 10 that I keep. Gorgeous. What else? Some of my newer ones are settling in really well. My Patriciae is doing well. This is a new one, and yeah, it's just kind of settling in. It's in a self-watering pot as well. Same with my monstera albo. This one is also new from a trade that I did, and it's also settling in well. I can see lots of roots on the outside, so it's definitely getting established, which is great. And I also have this new leaf on my Philodendron serpens, and I was kind of shook by this leaf because it looks amazing and it's been a long time since my Philodendron serpens has looked amazing, and I keep waiting for it to go downhill, but it actually seems to be doing okay lately, you guys. Like it seems to be doing okay, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know, he's growing well lately, so that is just really nice to see. Frosted Heart is still looking amazing back there. What else? Oh, my Monstera adansonii Indonesian mint has finally decided to grow for me. I've had this thing since December and it just didn't want to grow, but it just gave me this stunning leaf here. So that is really cool to see, because I would love to have a big, happy, healthy one of these. So I'm really happy that it seems to be doing better, thank goodness. Don't know what the problem was. We also have my obovadas down here, which I talked a lot about having issues with these in my Hoya collection video. The variegated one, however, actually has been spitting out a lot of leaves, and these ones over here are wonky, but they look like they have variegation, especially this new one that's coming in. Looks like it's gonna have a decent amount of variegation. And then we have these new leaves coming over here, which look like they might not be wonky. Like they look more round and healthy and nice, but they don't look like they really have variegation. This one looks like it might a little. They're kind of too young to tell, but I'm curious of what those are gonna look like. And then this one actually looks like it might have variegation. You can see that. They're so minuscule right now, so who knows? But yeah, it is kind of interesting to see what that's gonna end up growing like. Okay, so up here, a lot of these plants are actually doing really well. We have this new leaf on my Hoya benguetensis, which is finally hardened off and everything. It looks just stunning. We also have some of my new Plant Haven Toronto plants that were in my last haul. They're settling in here. So far, so good with those. Not really any updates on them yet. I don't really actually have updates on much on this shelf. Everything is just kind of chilling. This Anthurium moodianum, I don't know why it won't grow for me. Its new leaves just keep getting like stuck here. I don't know why she won't. My Begonia maculata is looking amazing. Look at these massive leaves that I'm getting on her. I'm so happy with how she's doing. Manila's Pride is still just working on putting out some new leaves. This Begonia cabinet here is cluttered with all of this kind of cleaning stuff because this is what all this stuff I was using to clean the shelves off and then stick on this frosted stuff, which is what this roll is. The Begonia cabinet is still doing fine though. You can see there's like a lot of growth over here, and then over here not so much. My, what is this called? Dracopelta is not doing great. I need to like go in here and do some chopping and sprucing up of the plants. Overall, they're doing well, but yeah, I do need to just get in here and do some maintenance sometime soon. My Chloristicta is going crazy. This is like my best growing. Also, do you see the fungus gnats? I was thinking of putting some pinguicula in here just for like gnat control. Anyways, my Begonia Chloristicta has just been growing like crazy in there and flowering, which is so cutie. Anyways, yeah, they're doing fine, but I do need to just get in there and do some plant chores. Anyways, I think, well, actually I have a couple more, just a sec. So I'm in the office. This is an east-facing window, and in here I have the Philodendron. Oh, I totally forgot to mention when I was talking about the monstera high constellation that the tortum isn't there anymore. We gave away the tortum to one of my boyfriend's friends. So that plant has a new home now, which is kind of sad, but yeah, I didn't have anywhere to put it. Like I really didn't. And it was just like, the stake was just like falling all over the place and it was just becoming a bit of a hassle. And since I have the polypodioides now, I just didn't feel like I needed both of them. Look at the new leaf on this. This is a really cool philodendron. I need to fill this though. Anyways, yeah, this is just chilling in here. I need to move it to a better spot soon, but I think I was just like cleaning and moving stuff around and I set this here and I just haven't moved it back anywhere else yet. My Philodendron Camposportuanum is also in here, just kind of chilling. Again, I need to, actually this might even stay in here. This might even stay in here because I don't really know where else I would have space for a moss pole. This I can put on my Visto or something right now probably, but this one, I think it might stay in here. And then we also just have my cast iron. This is not even mine. This is my boyfriend's cast iron plant. I just water it every once in a while for him. It's honestly probably needs to be repotted and is thirsty. So I don't take amazing care of that plant. I really don't. I should try to spruce it up a little bit better though and get it looking nice because it is a cool plant. I do like it. And the plants in the bedroom are a literal hot mess, like so bad. I was actually thinking about doing a video kind of like, I don't know, just figuring out the plants in there because it's, yeah, they're bad. So I'm not even gonna show you them, but maybe in another video we'll kind of tackle the bedroom plants. I think that that's going to be it for the updates today. So I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!